Goatman's Map Interactions.
We're gonna test out all the interactions that our Goatman can do around the map. So the first one we're going to test here is roller coaster. We'll get female dancer to get on towards the coaster first, and we pull a relatively big how do you call it? A relatively big gate. I'm gonna put the gate down, jump in, and let's see. With female dancer starting the coaster, and it seems like we drop down on two different sides if it's very closely towards the entrance of getting out, I guess. Okay, we are gonna try it one more time, but this time we're going to try to put the gate in front of the dancer to see if she actually gets away with coaster or not. So we're gonna test that out right now. So dancer will now begin to drive. Oh, and it seems like we get, I get pushed back, but she does get dropped down there too, it seems. Okay, so you're not allowed to go through if you decide to push the gate in, like, to block the way of dancer. So I guess that's fine as well. Let's try another method. Now this time we'll be inside the gate. I'll just make the gate a little bit bigger, and let's say I want the gate over here. We're gonna get on towards the coaster, and female dancer will now drive. We do get a drop down. Okay, we still do get a drop down if we're inside the gate as well. So that's something just to be careful about when you're playing survivors against, you know, well, when you're playing survivor and you want to try to use roller coaster. Okay, let's go check some other things out. Okay, so as you can see, the gate actually goes all the way up towards the highest point of the coaster rails here. So that's basically what we're going to test out here. Female dancer will go on the coaster, and during that time as well, we'll put this down to see if she drops down or not. So female dancer will now drive, and we're just going to see the coaster going up. It seems like female dancer has dropped down, but the drop down is kind of weird in a sense. The drop down is kind of weird in a sense. We kind of missed it there, so we'll do it one more time. Okay, so this basically gives you a better point of view. We're gonna drop this gate down, and then female dancer will now drive the roller coaster. Let's just see where she actually drops down from. So she does go through the gate, and she just comes down from the top, somewhere from the top, but it is a little bit weird compared to the one when we were actually close towards dancer in this area. So this will be the interaction of survivor going down the slide. We're gonna put it right in between here to see how it works. And from the survivor's point of view, you can go down, and when you go down, you just immediately drop down there too. So if the hunter goes down, it's just about the same, but you spawn on the other side, it seems. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to put the gate right in front of female dancer, and let's just see if she can drop down the staircase. Well, not staircase, slide or not. It seems like we can't. There's no interaction that's available for us. So female dancer doesn't seem like she's able to go down unless the gate is, of course, over. But she can still break the gate though. Let's just give you a little bit of a showcase. So she can't go down, but she can try dismantle the gate first, the cage first, and then drop down. So that's that for slide. Now we will be testing this on the merry-go-round too. So as you can see, female dancers on the merry-go-round. We're gonna put this one right about here when female dancers inside the merry-go-round. Let's just see if she comes off it or not. So not merry. Okay, so female dancer comes directly off the merry-go-round, but this time what we're going to try to do is we're going to get female dancer to get on the merry-go-round, but instead it will block the path instead of, you know, being inside the cage. So we are going to wait for her to go over towards the other side. We're going to wait first. Okay, so we're gonna deploy the gate down right here, and let's just see. Female dancer, would you drop down or... Okay, she does seem like she drops down, but you just don't get your half health hit here, so you probably do just need to deploy another gate down, cage down, just so you can get that half health hit. You know, so okay, that's all the map interaction here for Moonlit Riverpark. Let's move on towards Eversleeping Town. Okay, as everyone might know, coaster only stays for a certain period of time, so we're gonna do two tree tests. The first test is, what if both female dancer and Goatman goes on towards the tram? What will happen then if female dancer and Goatman both goes on the tram and we're inside the cage? So that's what we're gonna test out first here. So we're gonna get a female dancer to get on. And I'm just gonna wait here a little bit on the outside before I deploy anything down, just because, you know, cage only lasts 11 seconds. So we're gonna deploy it down there. So female dancer goes through and then I go through. So then we can basically force survivors off the coaster. Not coaster, tram. Once again, tram. Sorry, I keep getting those two mixed up. Now we're going to test out whether or not we can force female dancer or the survivors off the coaster, not coaster, off the tram, if we place it right in front to block the way. So that's what we're going to test out right now as the tram is going to start to go. It seems like female dancer and... Okay, it seems like we're forced off it immediately if there is this gate. So there's a lot to keep in mind here as well. When you're playing survivor, just be a little bit careful when you're going against Goatman, against things like this. Let's give one more test here. Now what we're going to try to test is that female dancer is going to try go on the tram, and when she's on tram we're going to stand right here to block her way through. But of course we don't want to get in the range, so we're just going to put it out here. And let's just see here, does female dancer come back out? She does, and that's when you can hit her. But of course when you hit her, probably it's a bit better if you can just deploy a second one down right before the tram comes through, so you can get an extra half health hit on female dancer. So from survivor's point of view, you have to be very careful here if you decide to take tram against this guy. Lol. Okay, since Darkwoods would be available as a ranked map soon, according to recent rumors and dev updates and Q&As, we're going to test this crane out. So the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to make our cage a little bit bigger. And with the cage being bigger here, we're just going to put it like this. And let's see if female dancer can actually vault through it or not. It seems like we can't necessarily vault through it because we just basically spawn below instead of behind us. We're going to do it the same for Goatman. Okay, the cage just disappeared, but we'll just do this again. Sorry. For Goatman. And you can see Goatman drops down below. That's a little bit unfortunate. Now we're gonna break this and let's test it out to see if female dancer can go through use the king, let's say, when the gate is basically blocking your path through. So that's what we're going to test out here. Basically what's going to happen is you're going to put this right over here to block the landing, and female dancer is going to try jump over. And it seems like she can't do it too. Let's see from the hunter's interaction. And it seems like the hunter can't do it too. So that's just a little bit unfortunate. We're just going to test this out one more time, but give female dancer a little bit more leverage. So she's able to vault over, but it seems like she goes down anyways. And from the hunter's point of view here, can we go towards it? We can vault towards it, but we just get blocked from the other side. Let's test out if survivor is also the same. So as you can see here, I'm gonna make this smaller, and I'm going to make the gauge rotate around me, so that's a bit closer to me. We're gonna see female dancer trying to vault over here first. Female dancer gets immediately blocked. As you can see that she is now downstairs. Now we're gonna deploy one more down because this is gonna disappear. And now it's my turn, so we're gonna jump. And it seems like we just get completely blocked off. Yeah, we just get completely blocked off because there's nowhere to jump down here. So potentially speaking, you can use this cage as a way of blocking the ways of going through and just hitting survivors in general. You know what? You never know if this map is ever going to become a ranked map or not, but we're going to test it out with the survivors on the horses here. So we're going to deploy a gate down immediately and get female dancer to go on towards the horse. And let's just see here. If we dash, we can't. Oh well. Damn. 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 Okay, there we go. GG's. Wow, interesting. Interesting, but it does seem like you get stuck, but I guess it's because of the fact that the horse is in front instead of the survivors. I could see a reason why that could be the case. Here. Okay, so now what we're going to test is we're going to test if the survivor basically gets completely blocked off as well if the gate is outside of the area. So that's what we're going to test here. So female dancer gets up. Okay, she can't get up just yet. She's on cooldown, it seems. Oh, never mind. Oh, she's not on cooldown. Okay, hold on. Now we're going to test survivors basically riding the horse, but what if the gate is blocking them? So we're going to drop down the gate, and then female dancer is going to start driving. Seems like we do get stuck, and you're just immediately forced off it, but you're actually inside. As you can see, you're actually inside the cage instead, so it's a little bit buggy. we're not gonna do any more tests aside from this because like I don't think this map is going to be in rank at all. But we can test it from the hunter's point of view, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get on. We're gonna get on, and we basically get stuck. What if we? Oh, where am I? What happened? Hold on, one more. Okay, I don't know what happened, but that's the interaction for hunter. One more time. One more time. We're gonna press Q to gain speed boost. We're gonna press space. Right. Right. So when the horse stops, you basically spawn. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Let's just do it one more time. What if it's like this? By pure curiosity.
Bye, have a great day.
Oh. Oh. Well, that's the end of this. Great. Haha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so what we're gonna try to do here is we're gonna try to push a gate next to the cipher machine. And with the cipher machine here, let's just see if the survivor can decode it or not. So it seems like we can. I will try to do something a little bit more different. Let's see if I can put this at the max range. So around here. Let's see if the survivor. We're gonna decode from the side here. Okay, so 3. Oh no, we can't. Okay, we can. Wait. We can decode it from a certain angle. It does show up. We can decode it from one angle and one angle only. But what if we're doing something like this? So the survivor. Basically, you can decode it from a certain angle and an angle only. You can't see the. I don't know. The survivor can see the foam, I think. But the hunter can't. We're gonna test this out one more time. So this is at the. So we're gonna leave just an edge. And let's see if the survivor can decode it. The survivors cannot decode the cipher machine if you do it like that. Okay, so they can't basically decode it. There's no prop. So you can kind of lock cipher machines like this too if you want to prevent someone from decoding. But what I would say is like it is pretty hard doing it from a long distance range, as you can see here. If we do this, I wonder, can we warp in? We can actually warp inside. Damn. Is the cipher locked? This is semi-locked, but you can still decode from the side, which is annoying. So there is dash as well. Now the next part is what we've basically already shown you. Can you basically stay outside of the cage area but warp in? In which I'm quite sure everyone knows that you can do that. And it's still considered as a half health hit, so there is that. We're gonna try it outside of warp real quick. So we're gonna put it here, and we're gonna move over, and we still can manage to get a hit here. Okay, there's one more map that we will probably try, and that's gonna be Golden Cave. Let's just see how that works. Okay, basically, we're just gonna test out to see if Female Dancer gets cancelled out on this mineshaft thing or not. So we're gonna put the cage right inside, and Female Dancer is gonna start pumping. And since she's pumping all her way through, it seems like she'll be completely denied. And she just decided to break the wall here instead. We will test this out one more time. I don't want to do too much test on this map, especially with that as well. We're gonna see what happens if we block the roosh. So that's Female Dancer. Get on the tram, not tram, the thing, whatever thing you want to call it. And it seems like she's forced off it as well. Dash is just going down, I guess. Oh well, you know what? That's enough test from that. Let's see the potholes. So there is going to be a pothole down here. What I'm really curious of is what if we do. Seems like you can't really lock the potholes to half. We're gonna lock the potholes to half, and Female Dancer drops down, and then she just disappeared because if we drop down, but Female Dancer's somewhere else. We don't know where she is, but she's somewhere else. For sure. Okay, Female Dancer just disappeared. Lovely. Don't use these on potholes. I don't think they even work. From the hunter's point of view, if we decide to drop this down and then go down, right? We could get back up, I think. You could, and you're immediately up here, but you're outside, so it's not really too recommended from my point of view. But, can I warp out? Can I warp out? I can warp upstairs. Okay, but that will be the end of all of Hunter's interaction here for Goatman across the map. We'll move on towards survivors very soon and other hunters like in duos maybe. But that's going to be the end of today. I probably already made it in the intro already. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop it down in comments. I will double check them and make a video on them myself. But aside from that, that's all going to be it from me for now. I will see you all the next time. Bye-bye.